What are your thoughts on carryover work? They wanted the team to complete 100% of what they committed to, the forecast rather. But that's just not realistic, right? And we don't want to punish them for stretching themselves. What are your thoughts?
The problem with carryover work, just from my experience as a team member, is you start working on something and you discover something you didn't know when you started working on it. And you have to pivot your strategy basically and do something different in order to resolve it. And it carries over to the next sprint. Right? I mean, you carry it over to the next sprint, but I think that stuff all kind of solves itself in the wash. Meaning if you, like, we did 40 points this sprint, and the next sprint we did 42 points, but out of those 42 points, 10 points were carried over from the last sprint. Okay, who cares? We still average 40 points per sprint. On the other hand, I could see at a team level why you would want to track how much carryover you have, because maybe that's an indication of another problem happening. Maybe you guys are overcommitting or whatever. As a Scrum Master, I could see. Let's talk about it in retro. Why does 25% of our velocity metric every sprint carry over from the previous sprint? But I would keep that metric, and I would not show it to anyone outside the team.
You absolutely need to track that, right? Because you don't know what the root cause of that is, to your point. Is the team overcommitting? Are the requirements ambiguous?
Do you think a lot of Scrum Masters track that, or do you think they don't?
I think it varies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on the Scrum Master. But I think it should be tracked, only because you're not necessarily focusing on the team to say, why didn't you finish everything? Because the answer to that is it was never a guarantee, remember? Right? But you should always look at that to identify the root causes and then fix those up. Do the root cause analysis, figure out what's going on. It could be something insidious, like your backlog keeps changing or it's not ordered properly. It could be a lot of those things. So as a Scrum Master, you need to figure out what that is and then fix that up. So if you fix it up, then to your point, it comes out in the wash, because soon the team will start developing or finishing more, right, over time.